Alrighty, welcome back to the Unrelated RC Podcast. I'm Riley.
And I'm Eric.
And we missed a couple weeks.
Yeah, we've been a little busy doing some other things, but
yeah, things have just come up. We've been busy, just kind of been, I think it's been like 2 weeks now, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
So, but it's also good because it lets some things rack up, and so we can talk about some more stuff that, I don't know, has happened over the time that we've been gone.
There's been a ton of stuff that's come out. Well, not really a ton of stuff, but quite a few things, and it really just lets us itch for that next adventure.
Exactly. So we've been driving a little less, but we still drove a little bit.
Yeah, we last time we drove was me and you both took a trip down to Logandale.
Yeah.
Down at the Logandale trails, and we messed around down there for a day, and it was pretty fun, and broke some stuff. And
yeah, you can see that on our Instagram. You ended up breaking a
Universal. And lost a rear wheel somehow going through a high-speed section. I don't really know how it happened. I just started rolling and somehow lost a rear wheel. The nut came off somehow. But
yeah, we were driving our Bombers.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun in our Bombers. That place is super rad for, I don't know, RC cars and, I don't know, razors, everything.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to jump into our news, I guess. So as I'm sure all of you have heard, Axial released a new kit called the UMG10, and that's a Unimog style body.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good, really.
I think it looked really good. Axial, like, people have always made like military type trucks out of like Axial rigs, and Axial finally came out with one.
Yeah.
So this also kind of replaces the Dingo because it comes with the 11.3 wheelbase, I'm pretty sure.
11.4, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, so it's super not very long.
Yeah. I think it would still do pretty well because it's such a short approach and departure angle. I think it'd be still a pretty good car to drive. I love that it comes with the R35 tires. I know we all love that.
Yeah.
3D printed grill. Well, the molded plastic grill, sorry. Lights, snorkel, cool like steel plate looking front bumper. I think they did a good job on this.
I really like the wheels and tires.
Yeah.
I think those would be super cool. And so the axle's the same. They just did like instead of an orange like diff cover, they did a gray one.
Yeah.
And it comes with a pretty cool interior.
Yeah, it does. It comes with a new driver figure that we've never seen from Axial, new head. I haven't really been able to crack one open and see what the different heads are, but I feel like I have read that there are a couple different heads.
And it looks like they're not licensed, but it looks like they're reusing their Icon shocks.
Yes, they are not licensed by Icon, it doesn't look like, but it is the
same thing. Machined
aluminum SCX10 kit shocks, which are pretty alright. I mean, yeah, definitely not the best, but a lot better than an RTR shock.
And it also comes with that other SCX10 2 transmission that we saw in the first kit.
Yeah, it comes with the 3-speed or 2-speed compatible transmission, the laydown style. I've never ran one of those to know what they're like.
I haven't either.
I don't know why they only put it in the one
I think
Cherokee
it'd be pretty
kit.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Maybe build one of those in the future. I think it'd just be I'm not a huge fan of military style stuff, but I think it's just a cool looking car. It would be good, like a good look on the rocks and on the trails, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think Axial, they're just widening their just so people, there's just something for everybody.
Yeah,
and
for
I think
sure.
You'll see a lot of these at Axial Fest, and you'll just see I don't know, it's just another platform to build off of, and another style that someone can go for.
Yeah, and I'm sure someone can take it to the moon, as someone always does. I'm sure someone will knock it out of the park on the build. I
think some portals might be kind of cool under it.
Yeah, there could be some cool stuff under this for sure.
Yeah. So
the second thing we want to touch on is the new Proline Pomona drag wheels. For those of you guys that don't know, Pomona is a big speedway drag strip in California, one of the big ones. So it's kind of cool they carried that name over into the drag wheels. And they look like some billet Weld racing wheels or Bogart racing wheels that you see on a lot of street cars that have like a 15-inch rear wheel swap, and I think that's really cool that they're bringing out like a scale drag wheel to go with those Hoosier tires that they have.
I think Proline, they've really kind of, when we first started getting to SCX 10s and like RC cars, crawlers, scalers type of stuff, Proline didn't have the biggest thing, but past few years they've really hopped on board and started supporting the scale scene a lot.
Yeah, for sure. When we first started, all they really had out was the TSL Super Swamper tire.
And they had like some little scale kits, like little scale accessories, but
the Hilux body and a couple truck bodies.
They're really coming in full force.
Yeah, they're really pushing stuff out. They also came out with the new, they're calling it the late model interior, but it's definitely a new 2017 on Ford Raptor style interior. It's got like that EcoBoost interior look. I think that's super cool that they came out with that to go with their Raptor body. I mean, you could put it in with anything really, but definitely fits best with the Raptor body.
Yeah, I think just like me growing up, I just like always heard of Proline, and they were just super into like the racing side.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, I don't know if they still are. I'm not really into racing too much, but maybe they're switching gears to crawling, or just upping their crawling and keeping their racing at the same.
Yeah, I think they're really trying to help give back to the scale community too, with doing the By the Fire event and
for sure
doing a few things.
And we have more to talk about that further through the episode.
Yeah. So also on the drag racing topic, J Concepts released a carbon fiber wheelie bar and a carbon fiber shock tower for the Team Associated SC1 to turn that into a little bit better functioning drag car.
That's so sick.
It's definitely not cheap. I believe the wheelie bar is like $110 and the shock tower is $25 for a little piece of carbon. But I mean, they can charge what they want for that stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I think like I had some racing buddies growing up, and they always had like cool little carbon J Concept kits on like their buggies and trucks and stuff.
Yeah, so that stuff looks really cool. It would really be cool to get into some of that drag racing stuff. We don't really have any scene for that here, but I'm sure we could start something up real quick if we wanted to.
Yeah, there's definitely a pretty good crowd that's open to anything around here.
Yeah, everyone kind of mostly does like some scale stuff, and our RC community here is so few and far between.
Yeah, it's like
we'll see random people that we've never seen before, and then there's always just like the regular guys that we see.
Yeah, like we'll be out on the rocks and just like see another guy with an SCX-10 or a bomber out there, or there's also just like guys that really love bashing around here.
Oh yeah,
there's a huge like bash scene, like big like Arma cars.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that. They love that stuff.
Yeah, they all love the 6S super overpowered.
Yeah,
which is fun, but that stuff's kind of, I guess it's not really that expensive compared to scale stuff.
I'm just never really into the big bashing scene.
Yeah, we don't really have a super great place to go here. It'd be nice if we had
a plastic jump and just see how far you can go. I've just really never been into that.
Yeah, me either. I mean, yeah, I'd rather race or go crawl or I don't know, something more pleasing to the eye than just watching an RC car tumble end over end and making me cringe.
For sure. And then the RC 4-wheel drive Raceline wheels.
Yeah, so they came out with a new 1.55 Raceline wheel, which is like a scale 15-inch wheel.
Looks so good.
Oh yeah, it looks super good. They have it pictured on a TF2, which I would really like to get my hands on one of those soon, but I think the 155s look super good. They're small. They go with the small tire. It's kind of like a bronzish color.
Yeah.
They say black anodized finish, but the center's definitely not black. It's got some scale hardware, scale hubcaps. They really did a good job on that.
I really like the scale hardware.
Yeah.
I know with Vanquish wheels, there's a company that makes
Locked Up RC.
Yeah, Locked Up RC. They make those Vanquish wheels look pretty good.
Yeah. That's just a lot of work for me. I'd rather just throw in the Allens, but
yeah.
So yeah, price on those is $109, which is not bad at all.
For what they really are detailed, really nice wheel.
Yeah, if you're doing a really good scale build, I would definitely
And right here, we're looking at it on Big Squid RC, and it's wrapped with some Falcon Wild Peaks, and those look really good.
Yeah, RC 4-wheel drive also makes those. I believe they make a 1.77 or a 1.7 too.
Yeah.
In the Falcon tire, maybe not that exact one, but I think the older tread style, which is super cool to see.
That'd be super. I think it'd be fun. I've never done it, just to do a super scale, like I guess they call them tiny tire cars.
Yeah.
And like that are really to scale.
Yeah. Well, like a TF2, that's just like a whole different scale scene than we're used to. Nothing's 4-linked. It's all 4-wheel leaf sprung.
Yeah. You're
just trying to kind of cruise the trails with that.
It's really a different type of driving.
Yeah, for sure. It would be cool to build one of those for a Sorka event or something soon, which, speaking of, RC 4-wheel drive has announced they are bringing back the West Coast Scale Challenge in 2019. I don't think they've done that since like 2014 or so. They did it here in our hometown actually in 2014, but I believe that was the last time they did it. So that's going to be in Lake Cahuilla, California, which is just kind of central California up in the mountains. I think it would be super cool to make a trip up there. Maybe build a TF2 for that, because I know they use Sorka rules for their events, and it's just really good to have another event to be able to participate in.
For sure. And I feel like we've never really we've kind of built purpose-built cars, like SCX 10.2s, like we want to make these crawl really good, or a bomber, like we want to do like some ultras, but we've never like built a car in class spec.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I just think it'd be really cool to get super into a build like that. I think I'd have more fun building it than driving it, but yeah. I've never driven one to know, so it would be cool to maybe get my hands on a secondhand one off eBay or something and check it out in the near future. I love the axles they have under the TF2s, and I don't know, it all just looks so good.
So yeah, the snow is starting to melt on the mountains, so the crawlers are coming out, and there's some big events coming up.
Yeah, for sure. So moving on from news, we're definitely going to be going to Proline by the Fire. We scheduled our rooms, registration, everything, so
we're in it. We're ready to go.
Oh yeah, we're ready. I painted up a fresh body for my SCX 10 too.
For the visual guys, you can see it.
Yeah, everyone on the YouTube feed, you can see it. It's a metallic blue deadbolt body. Looks super good. It finally makes me feel like my SCX 10.2 is mine.
Yeah, it looks insane. Like, we painted it up yesterday. We did it pretty quick.
Yeah, we did it in like, I don't know. We just blasted it out real quick. It's getting super hot here already. It's already like 95 in the afternoon, so
we've already been talking about I just kind of got my lighting on both my rigs wrapped up, so we're starting to talk about doing some night runs already.
Yeah, for sure. It gets way too hot here to drive during the day. It gets about 115 in the summer, so
yeah,
it's either early morning or late night type of deal, but those late night drives are super fun.
Yeah, night crawling it's a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah,
and it's so much fun. Just like, man, I really don't know where I am, but I've been on this trail before, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, you just find your way back to the truck and figure it all out.
It's pretty fun. It adds just another form of adventure to it.
Yeah. So at By the Fire, we are planning on bringing all of our rigs, and I think we're both planning on doing the Ultra 5K.
Yes.
Hopefully have some fun in that.
Yeah, we've kind of been prepping for that.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, we're just kind of working on getting all of our cars prepped. We're going to test them a couple more times, then we'll be ready for
so it's
that event.
Just under a month away.
Yep.
So, our cars are basically there. We want to do a couple little more touch-up things, and I think we'll be ready to rock.
Yeah, for sure. We hope to make a big splash there and meet any of you guys. If anyone's going, let us know on social media.
We're going to have,
you're gonna be
we
there.
have a bunch of Unrelated RC stickers.
Yeah.
So if you guys, I don't know, maybe recognize us from the YouTube, or we'll probably have the stickers on our cars come up.
Yep.
I don't know, talk to us. We'll give you a sticker.
Yeah, for sure. So over the past few weeks, the first week we missed, I was at the UTV World Championships, racing my side-by-side. And, yeah, I don't know. We've just been busy doing some other things.
Yeah, that same week I was in Texas at Circuit of the Americas for the MotoGP.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
So we've just both been kind of busy and finally getting back on track from being gone for a few weekends. I went to Denver, Colorado Supercross and a few things, and we're just really trying to get back on our feet again and get this figured out. We missed way too long, but
we did, and we really tried to do an episode every week. Like, we were texting, we're like, dude, we gotta get an episode, but we were just busy. It just didn't come together.
Yeah, so we're just trying to get a short one out for you guys. After this, we'll kind of be back on our track and getting things rolling again.
Yeah, because things are kind of winding down. We were kind of prepping for summer and prepping for the hot weather, and but now it's kind of here, and kind of things are settling down a little more, and we can get back in the groove.
Yeah, for sure, and just start getting everything ready. So also, you guys may have seen on Instagram or social media or something, Axial announced on their live feed for Axial Fest that if you pre-register, you'll be able to see their new car, I guess, another new car. They're really just flowing them out this year, but
yeah, so they said no pictures, you won't be able to touch it. All you'll be able to do is look at it.
Yeah, and that's only if you're pre-registered. I guess they're going to have a new car at Axial Fest to look at. I really wish they had some there to sell, because I would love to just pick up a new car there, but it doesn't sound like that's what it's going to be. Sounds like it's a few months out.
I hope
past
it's
July.
I hope it's a whole new platform.
Yeah, I think they're definitely working on something. They got to be closing in on either FIS Ultra 4 car or a 1.9 style Ultra 4 car. I'm not really sure what they're working on, but
yeah. So I think, like, since Horizon Hobbies has acquired Axial Racing, they've really just been pumping them out. First with the Yeti Junior. The Yeti Junior Can-Am, and then the Wraith, and then now with the UMG.
Yeah, the Wraith 1.9. I don't know. They're coming out with so much stuff. It's hard to decide if
you want to build. When the Wraith first came out, I was like, I want to get it, and like the 1.9 Wraith scene it's been doing pretty good.
Yeah,
it's all over the forums, all over Facebook. People are building those cars. They're looking really good.
Yeah, we've seen some really cool builds, and
I've seen them
in our state.
Yeah, I've seen them with portals, without portals, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I think they're rad for sure, but it's hard to want to build one when you know something else is coming out.
And I have one sitting right there.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to build another 2.2 Wraith too. I don't know.
Yeah, Eric originally had a 2.2 Wraith. It was brushless. You can kind of go in about that.
Yeah, I had a brushless. That was like my first like real heavy build. I mean, I had my SCX10, but my Wraith was like my first build. I had just like some RC 4-wheel drive wheels, a Tekin 10.5, and an RS brushless setup, and yeah, I don't know. It was just super fun, and I just really kind of want to build a brushed one again. Maybe get my hands on a used one and make another build out of it. Maybe we can make a YouTube series on our next build. Yeah,
I think that'd be super good. And I've been contemplating a Wraith 1.9. Like, I've kind of been like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then time comes, I'm like, oh, I might wait a sec.
Yeah,
because like I really want to do like F9 axle, like the Curry F9s and stuff like that, but those are out of stock right now, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it.
Yeah,
so I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, every time I go to the hobby shop, I have to talk myself out of walking out with one.
And also, there's a VS410 sitting in our hobby shop.
Yeah,
so that one's super hard not to look at.
That's also hard not to walk out with too. So,
but I think definitely before Axial Fest, we'll have another rig.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll definitely have another build. Like right now, our main builds are our Bombers and our SCX-10-2s. And I have this Wraith that I've had forever, and this was my first ever SCX-10.
Yep.
So those two are kind of just chilling. But I think before Axial Fest, I'll have another pretty heavily built rig.
Yeah, we'll definitely have some other things. I plan on getting a couple before then. I mean, that's still a few months out. We have plenty of time to do some stuff. But yeah, Axial's just, they're just making it really hard with coming out with all this stuff. And
But I think it's good. Like, people, like
yeah,
they
we need it for
always
sure.
want new rigs, but, like, Axial gives them new rigs, and then they're kind of butthurt. They're like, oh, why did you just do another SX?
Yeah,
Like,
and I've seen on Facebook and stuff talking about how Axial's quality has gone to shit since Horizon bought him out, and I don't know why people are saying that. I think it's...
Yeah, people are just... You can never please the internet.
No.
You can never please all the trolls. Like, they're just... I don't know. You just can't listen to them.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I think Horizon really is just killing it by pushing all this stuff out and kind of moving away from their regular race scene with Low C, and I guess Viterra has some on-road stuff, but yeah, I think they're really killing it.
Yeah, I think Axial's definitely going in the right direction. Maybe a little bit different direction than when it was going before, but definitely it's going up.
Yeah,
like, it's
for
not,
sure.
Like, maybe going up in a different direction, but it's not going down.
Yeah, which is, I don't know, it's just so good to see after we were all afraid that Axial was just going to kind of go away to the birds, and they really helped pick that up and pull it back out. But
because Axial, they're definitely, I'd have to say, they're the leading RC rock crawler brand.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to argue that. No one really even competes. People say the TRX4s, and it's all personal preference, but we
Axial's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
With just like, because they were really like, I don't know about the very first ones, but the very first ones to make like licensing, like from real companies, like big, like with Jeep, like that was huge when that came out.
Yeah.
And then like Maxxis, I'm pretty sure that the Trepidor was their first licensed tire.
Yeah, I think it is too.
And then like they just pushed the limit, and then when they had Icon on board, and then now they have King, and like it's just nuts. And I think Axial, they've really done some amazing things, and I think Horizon will keep it going in the same way.
Yeah, I think we'll see some cool new cars coming soon later this year. It sounds like they have more than one still in the chute, so
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like because they were on the thing, like I've just been watching those weekly Axial Fest updates, and they're saying like we're gonna have one there to look at. We might even have a new car out before then.
Yeah.
Like I think they're definitely gonna have a rig out before Axial Fest, and then another one to look at Axial Fest.
Yeah, I think that'll be super cool. They're really just helping push that envelope. But we're just making this episode a short one. We just wanted to get some out to you guys to listen to. We know we are finally getting some support, and we appreciate that. Everyone that has helped us out on either our RC crawler thread
or you just like liked on the Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah, it's nuts. It's awesome.
Everything is super good to see. So
it motivates us amazingly.
Yeah, the more people we get listening, the more it motivates us to keep pushing these out. So
yeah, we just want to apologize for the couple weeks missed, but we're back.
Yeah, for sure. So make sure you listen on iTunes. You can watch the video feed on YouTube, also audio, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play Store, Podbean, TuneIn, which is on your Amazon Alexa. You just tell her you want to listen to the Unrelated RC Podcast, and she'll turn that on.
Yeah, like, subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, just reach out on Instagram. And yeah.
We're going to try doing some live questions on Instagram before our next episode. So
yeah, I think we want to up our postage on Instagram just so we can like get more people, just some more flow on there.
Yeah, for sure.
So thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.
Yep.